A nice warm day. It's up like 55 degrees, so I thought I'd put a little sweater on, and in the shade for me it's a little bit cool, but I want to throw some of this latex paint on here. It's just paint that had left over from painting the deck, underside deck of the teardrop. I really don't do much in latex, but I wanted that teardrop, the bottom of it, to wear a little bit. So what we're going to do here is we're going to paint the bottom of this kayak. I don't care if I get a solid coat on it or not, but I can tell you this, with that little bit of white right there, if you got any of those little tiny pinholes we were talking about on it, they'll show up. I just put it on there pretty thick. And it's like I said, this one's for, for my use, and if I really like it, I may come back and put a couple more coats of paint on it, or I might get some elastomeric paint. We'll see how we like it, though. If you don't like a kayak, then there's no sense in putting a lot of time or effort into it. But this one, I'm going to keep it, so I'll keep it long enough to find out if I like it. If I like it, I'll keep doing stuff to it. I guess I guess it is a little cool for me out here. I can't hardly think. You people up north are going, hey man, that's Indian summer for us. Yeah, I bet it is. Yeah, I don't even need my glasses to see if I missed any little tiny pinholes, but this will make them show up good. My neighbor's got some really nice wind chimes. He's got one that, or it's probably his wife's, that only rings if it's super, super windy. I call it the hurricane warning chime. It has a really nice sound to it. I don't have to pay for wind chimes. I get them for free. If you look, you see the little white specks. You can't see white over white, but this blue over white, you'll be able to know if you got it filled in or not. And then after it dries a little bit, it'll quit being so shiny, because right now you won't be able to tell if like a little gleam is a pinhole, or if a little gleam is just shiny paint. You're going to use all this paint on here. Never had a blue boat before. I think my offshore boat was stark white. I won't do that again. I've had several boats that were white, and they look great when they're clean, but when you start catching fish and there's guts, bait all over the deck, I always have to keep a hose running on the deck so it doesn't leave me with such a big job cleaning up when you get back to the dock at the end of the day, or boat ramp, whatever you want to call it. A leaf just became part of the boat. It blew on here, so I just rolled it in the paint. Didn't realize I left y'all over there looking at the ground. I like to have a camera with a screen on the front so I can see what y'all are seeing. Make sure that I didn't leave y'all looking at space or something. Yeah, I'll feel sure that this the styrofoam's protected. The styrofoam is pretty tough and pretty durable. It's like I said, if you leave it wet all the time, it will get kind of start getting waterlogged. But you'd have to leave it pretty much sitting in the water all the time, and or leave it face up and let it fill with rain, sitting around for weeks at a time. But still, this boat will still last you 10 years if you abused it like that and let it fill up with water. If y'all saw the video on the 8-foot dinghy I left at the ranch, hell, that one's got footprints on it, hoof prints from the horses. I mean, they're just walking on it, and amazingly enough, hasn't cracked. It's still in great shape. It has a little wood reinforcement in it, but it's only an 1/8 inch plywood. It's not that much reinforcement, and it's a 2-inch or 1.5 inch floor instead of a 3-inch floor like this one. So this one should be, I wouldn't say bulletproof, but this one should be pretty durable. You get enough paint on this thing, it should be just, I mean, pretty tough. You could change the color on it every season. Change it for duck hunting. Change the color for fishing. I don't know what, I guess maybe blue would be a good color for fishing. That way when the fish look up, they think they're seeing sky and not a predator human being catching fish. Now when this thing starts getting worn a little bit and you see all the different colors to it, that's going to be kind of cool looking. It doesn't take long to paint one. And it really doesn't matter what paint you put on it. I had a canoe once that had been in the family for a long time, and I got loaned to a neighbor, and they decided they wanted it to be sky blue or baby blue. So they painted it with the interior house paint because that's what they had. And I couldn't believe that they did that. I thought, that's just gonna leave a mess for me to clean up later. And honestly, that's interior paint lasted a long time. And I use that canoe a lot. I used to live in Dallas, and I would canoe from North Dallas down, I forget what the name of that big creek was, but it went all the way down to White Rock Lake. People ask, where'd you rent that canoe? I was like, I own it. I love doing stuff like that. I think if Houston would put a little bit of a dam in these creeks around here, like Oyster Creek, and just, keep the height or the depth of the water at least 2.5 feet deep, or maybe even just 2 feet deep, we would probably have people coming from all over different states to come and canoe and kayak down Oyster Creek. It leads all the way into Surfside Bay. So you could stop at restaurants, tie your boat up, maybe have a margarita or lemonade, whatever it is you have, and kayak on down further. Look at how quick that went. All right, I'll see y'all in the next video, and y'all take care. Be sure and like and subscribe. If you would, I would appreciate it. This paint gets a little bit darker after it dries. It's pretty good. Thanks for spending your time with me. I'd appreciate it. I know there's other videos you could be watching, and I really appreciate the support. Thank you very much.